Welcome to today's vlog, and I'm doing something a bit different today. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing that I came up with. So I've already read all of the books. This is me in the future at the end, so you're gonna get me again for the outro. But I've decided I wanted to read some quote unquote unhinged books, and really just because like I had read something that was kind of out there unhinged, and then I got a rec for something that was even more unhinged. So I was like, why don't I just make this a whole vlog and make a whole little thing and read just a few unhinged books all in one vlog. So today we are reading Mason Neiman 1 and 2, and I got this as a rec off of TikTok. Actually, I think I got all of these as a rec off TikTok. 2 of them were recommendations from my mutuals. 1 of them I just found, but I got Mason Neiman 1 and 2. This is primarily a romance. It's an urban fiction romance, urban fiction dark romance specifically, because Mason himself is, from what I've heard, unhinged, and I love an unhinged, not all there obsessive stalkery love interest in a dark romance. I think it's fun, and so I decided to give this one a shot. It's 1 and 2, but each book is less than 150 pages, I believe. I think everything I read in this was novella length, so I think they were all, if not less than 150, less than 200 pages, so they were all pretty quick reads. So those are the first 2 I read, and then the next book is A Girl's Girl. You'll hear my full thoughts on that when we get to it, but that one is considered splatterpunk, which is a subgenre of horror if you don't know. And the last book is Unhinged. No, actually, sorry, not the last book. The 4th book technically is Unhinged, because I figured if I'm doing an unhinged vlog, I should finally read Unhinged, which is a romance with a door. And then the last book I read was a thriller, which is called Don't Call Me Crazy. So let's stop talking and just get this vlog started, and we will start off with my full thoughts on Mason Neiman. Hello, long time no speak. You are propped up here on my bed so that I can give a little update on where I am in the book. I have finished part 1 of Mason Neiman, if I'm remembering the book title correctly. I gave it 3 stars. I really enjoyed it. Was it the best thing ever? No. I think it's one of those things where like it's one of those fun romances where like, is the writing great? No, but like it was a fun time. And it ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. So I feel like that was kind of choppy with it. But for the most part, like I was really enjoying it, because the basic premise for this and what the like suggestion on TikTok gave me was like, this guy's crazy. And I love that. He is like certifiable, and it's funny as fuck, because there's a scene where I think he's asking his grandma to like tell him if him and Tylee are like gonna end up together, because his grandma is this like, I don't know, spiritual woman who like she can read her tarot cards and she can see that like the 2 of them are going to be together, but she tells him that it's not set in stone. Like she still has free will. They both still have free will. So like as of right now, with the path they're on, they are going to be together, but who knows, with the decisions they make later, they could not, because they have free will. And this motherfucker asked her, well, how do I take away her free will? And then she was funny as fuck, because even his cousin was like, what? But oh my god, it was really good. And I do feel like I said, it was kind of choppy. Like felt like at some points it was kind of jumping all over the place with things, and it was kind of throwing things in there. But the ending ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm started the second one. We're moving on to that, and I'm not too far into it. I think I am literally in the first few chapters. We kind of picked up literally right where we left off at the end of the first book, and both these books are like 150 pages, so basically both of these together are like a full-length novel. But it's going well so far. I'm enjoying it well enough. I think these are one of those romances where like if you're in a reading slump, this will definitely get you out of it, because like it's pretty fast paced. Like it's gonna keep you engaged. It's funny. I've laughed multiple times, and like just hearing these people's like inner monologue is also really funny. So I recommend. Ugh, this is such a bad angle. You literally can't even see me, but like I'm tired of sitting on my knees. Maybe if I bring you closer. One sec. Okay, better. I don't have to crouch anymore. But yeah, that's how that's going. I am really, really enjoying it. But anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on both of these. I probably am going to finish Mason. I keep wanting to say Neiman Marcus, and they reference the store Neiman Marcus in the book. I think that's why it's confusing me. But I'm going to finish Mason Neiman today. My family is in town. That's why I'm like in my bedroom right now, hiding out, because they're in my living room. But I wanted to give you a bit of an update before I forgot everything. So I will finish Mason Neiman probably today. May give you an update later tonight while I'm in bed, but I will chit chat with you when I'm done with either book. Hello, we are in same spot from yesterday, just a different angle. But I have recently finished, what was it, Mason Neiman Part 2. So I figured it's time for a little update. I'm giving this one 2 stars because I think I mentioned last book that like the writing wasn't great, but I felt like the last one was a bit more fun, and he's still like just as unhinged in this book, but there were a few things that I wasn't liking. The writing was very clear and obviously like I wasn't about it. And then let's talk about what I liked first. But like I said, he's just as unhinged in this book, and it's like even funnier because there's a scene where I think they're asleep in bed and she gets up to like pee, and she gets like pulled back and she realizes he tied their wrists together. And when he wakes her up, he's like, why the fuck did you tie us together? He's like, because like you might have left and I need to make sure that didn't happen. And she was basically like, if I didn't want to be here, like I wouldn't. Obviously, like I'm choosing you and that's why I'm here. And he's like, you don't get it. Even if you didn't want to be here, you'd still be here. Hence the rope. So the way this man's mind works is just funny because he's so down bad for this woman, and he's literally like doing unhinged shit and just being like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. And I love that. I love when you have just an unhinged character who's just like obsessed and so obsessively in love with their love interest to the point where they're doing the most batshit things and acting like it's status quo, like that's normal. That is a very sane thought process, and it's not. I love that. And he very much continued through that throughout this book, so I can appreciate that, and I do love that. I mean, that was a big part of it, and I think that's kind of where a lot of my praise ends, because it was very fun and I did enjoy it. But somewhat similar to the first book, the plot is very much kind of all over the place. You get these random plot points that get added in that are just like, that felt like it was out of nowhere. And then, this is nitpicky, but there's a scene in here where he's cutting out someone's brain, but he's using a scalpel. Like he basically like scalps this person, and like, but it says then he pulls out the brain, and I'm like, there's no way a scalpel got through the skull. Like I'm pretty sure you have to use a drill, a bone drill, to get through the skull. Like a scalpel's not cutting through someone's skull. But he was like, he cut it out and he was holding his brain, and I'm like, did you though? Because you're using a baby ass scalpel. That definitely did not work. But I mean, it happened. And there was a lot of murder. There was much more murder in this one than in the first one. There was a little bit of murder, but I feel like a lot of the murder was like off page. There was more murder in this one, and more of it was on page. It was fun though. I was definitely entertained. Mason's definitely a psycho, but he's a fun psycho. He's a psycho in love, you know? And like everyone in his life knows he's a psycho, and they just accept it. So like, I don't even know. Really, like overall, I feel like this series was fine. It's not gonna win any awards. It's not gonna be amazing. Oh, I almost forgot. There was one scene, I think it was like the start of like a spicy scene, and Mason said this, and I did not like that. I didn't like it at all. He wasn't like referring to her in like a motherly way. Like he's not talking to her as like his mom. I think it's supposed to be like kind of sexy. Like, you know how people say like mommy, but like it's supposed to be cute. Like that's how it's supposed to be. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it at all, because it really wasn't. It's like a nickname he has for her, and it really wasn't used in the first book, but it got used a lot more in the second book, and I was not a fan of the mama nickname. Also, randomly, he started calling himself daddy. I think she also started calling him daddy, and it was only like once or twice, but I still didn't like that at all. And then also there were a lot of ingesting of fluids on his part that I didn't like. And it happened a lot of times, and he kept doing it, and I was like, please stop telling me about it. I don't know. But overall, this series was fine. Is this a series I'm gonna look back on and be like, oh, I literally loved it, it was amazing, blah blah blah? No. First book was 3, second book was definitely 2, but I had a fun time, you know. I loved it. I will always love a psychotic, obsessive main character. I will. I think it's fun. It's always fun. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. So we're done with that series, but I'm gonna be starting, I can't remember what it's called. It's called like Girls Girl, something like that. This one seems unhinged too, and I think this is like female rage, which is fun. We love that. I think she's just like murdering men, awful men, bad men, and I think it's gonna be good. It's categorized as splatterpunk, so I have a feeling this is gonna be gory. This is gonna be gory, unhinged, and it may be a little queasy, because like I love some good gore in a book, but I feel like this one's gonna be a lot. I can't remember, I think the author's called Deathly Rose. And I literally just got this recommendation on TikTok today from one of my mutuals. She gave, I don't know, she was talking about 2 books, and she gave this either 5 or 4 stars. Either way, she really enjoyed it. And it's like 150 pages or something like that. So another short, quick, unhinged read. And I'm looking forward to it. So I'll probably start that up, and then I'll tell you how it goes. It's very much a very different tone from I was gonna say Neiman Marcus, from Mason Neiman, because that was Unhinged. It was definitely still like at its core a romance, and it's still supposed to be like, you know, spicy, fun, happy, hilarious. This one I think is going, I don't know if it's gonna be funny. From the cover, I feel like maybe it should be kind of fun, lighthearted, but in a murdery way, you know? And I think this one's definitely going to be a bit more intense with the gore. Keep in mind, I did say in Mason Neiman, he cut out someone's brain, and like we're told how he cut out this man's brain. So I don't foresee it being like crazy more gory, but I definitely foresee this one being a lot more gory. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, it is much later. I'm getting ready for bed. Well, no, I'm just kind of getting dressed. I'll go to bed in like an hour or 2. But I finished A Girl's Girl, and I figured to talk to you about it. I think I figured out that splatterpunk just may not be for me, because this was so incredibly fucked up. And like Mason Neiman was like unhinged in a ha ha he he fun kind of way. This was unhinged and just like so fucked up. I feel like it started off kind of fun, and then it got really fucked up. And I don't know how to feel about it. I'm just like, I didn't even rate it. Like, there's no rating on Goodreads, but so fucked up. Like, there's no, like, splatterpunk is dark, and like it's gory and it's violent and it's gruesome. And like this was definitely that. I don't even think I told you what like this was about. Basically, it's called Girls Girl because these group of girls have like started this organization where they basically torture and kill these bad men who are doing bad things, who are like also trying to torture and kill like other women. So like they find them and they torture and kill them, basically like the same ways they would have done to the women. Because I guess, and a few years ago their friend was actually like captured because of the things they were doing, and she was brutally tortured and killed. And so like she's still trying to figure out how, or at least the group's trying to figure out like what happened, how she was caught and all that stuff. And the who of who's behind it wasn't surprising. I think it was supposed to be like a twist, but like it really wasn't that surprising. And then I don't know, like the ending was pretty fucked up. So like I really just don't know how to feel about it. It was just so fucked up. I like the message kind of, because it's definitely like a female rage, but it is really fucked up. So like if you've read splatterpunk before and you can handle it, feel free to give this a shot. If you've never read splatterpunk before and like violence and on-page sexual assault doesn't bother you, then maybe this could work for you. I really don't know how I feel about this. I need to set out my feelings in this. I'm probably never going to give this a rating because this was fucked. And what's funny is that I'm so like, I don't know, like, ugh, just like, I don't know how to put my feelings into words about this, but I do own Gone to See the River Band, which I think is also considered to be splatterpunk, and I still kind of want to read it, and I'm like, maybe I should read it, give it a shot, because like I'm already in the headspace for a splatterpunk. Not tonight, because like tonight I need to read something a bit more upbeat, a bit more happy before I go to bed, because I can't go to bed feeling like this. But I don't know, I might read that just to like get it out of the way. And like a few people that I follow on Goodreads have also read Gone to See the River Band, and they seem to like it. Granted, I think they also like splatterpunk, so that's probably why they like it. But I don't know, I might give that one a shot after the next one I'm gonna read, because I think what I'm gonna start in on is Unhinged. But like, let me just paint a picture of how like fucked up this book is. Within the first 3 pages of this book, this girl, she's like already torturing these 2 men. She cuts off this one man's appendage and then uses it to pleasure herself. Yeah. And that literally happened within the first few chapters. And then the first few pages. And then in chapter 3, again, barely into this book, she cuts a fetus out of a woman and then makes her eat it. This book was so incredibly fucked up. So fucked up. I don't know how I feel about it. But we're gonna take a break from the splatterpunk. Maybe I might give Gone to See the Riverman a chance, but that's for tomorrow and like later in the week's concern. Tonight I'm gonna start Unhinged. I'm reading this book about this woman falling in love with her door. So still unhinged. See what I did there? Still an unhinged book, but I feel like this is more ha-he, funny, lighthearted Unhinged. Maybe, but I don't know. It seems like she also has a stalker. So I'm really hoping it doesn't get dark because I can't handle that right now. I need something to bring my spirits up. I need fun Unhinged and not fucked up Unhinged. But we'll see. That's all my plans for tonight. Unhinged is like 80 pages. Will I finish tonight? Maybe. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be up, but I might give that a finish. I'm probably not going to talk to you until the morning. I'll give you updates on that. And then we'll decide what the next book is going to be in this fun little experiment I've decided to do that I'm slightly regretting after this second book. But we'll talk tomorrow. Good night. Hi. It's now kind of out. It's like 2 hours later. It's almost midnight. We've wrapped up for the night. We're all going to bed. You've only been getting shots of me in my bedroom this entire time. You're gonna get more shots out in the living room soon. My family's leaving tomorrow, so I'm gonna be more out there. I don't want to like record with them because I don't think they want to be on camera, so I'm trying to, respect that. But I'm like 60% of the way through Unhinged. I'm enjoying this so much more. Yeah, I figured it out. I don't think splatterpunk is for me. I think I've confirmed this. Might I still read Gone to See the Riverman? Maybe. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it, but I still might read it because I did buy it and I own it. But I just don't think splatterpunk is my thing. Believe it or not, but I read, what is it, Mayfly? I listened to the audiobook for that. And I'm pretty sure that's also splatterpunk. I enjoyed it. I didn't love the way it ended, but I did enjoy it. I had a good time reading it. But Girls Girl, that one fucked me up a bit. But Unhinged, weird as fuck. Weird as shit. This woman fucked her door. But it's fun. It's sweet. He's like a really sweet door. He's just like obsessed with her and he kind of loves her. He just wants to protect her because like her landlord is kind of creepy and maybe a murderer and may want to murder her. But it's going well. I'm enjoying it. I am having such a good time with this right now. I want to continue on with it. I am probably going to finish it tonight because I said it was like 80 pages on Kindle. It's actually like 60 pages. So I'm like, what? Not 30 pages, probably like 40-ish pages into it right now. Enjoying it well enough. So I'm probably gonna finish it up before I go to sleep and then give you my final thoughts on this in the morning. But I am really glad that I started this tonight before I went to sleep because I don't know, I just really didn't want that book to be like the last thing on my mind. Even though like I feel like the way I talk about it makes it seem like the book was bad. It wasn't. I think if you like splatterpunk, you'd like this book. And like the person who wrecked it, like gave it, like I said, 4 or 5 stars. I just don't think this book is for me, which is why I didn't rate it. Because it's some of the things where I can be like, oh, I didn't like this, or this. It's just, I don't know. I just have this weird feeling of just being like, it's just not for me. So I don't feel right rating it when I'm like, this could work for someone. I just don't think I tried to branch out. I tried to try something new and it wasn't for me. That's perfectly fine. And I have read things similar to this before. And I feel the same way where it's just kind of like, I don't know. And I don't really rate those either. TBD. I am going to read, what have I read so far in this vlog? I read the Mason Neiman book, A Girl's Girl, and Unhinged. I'm probably gonna read one more thing. Do I want it to be Gone to See the Riverman? Because I feel like that's just gonna put me in such a headspace that I don't want to be in, that a girl's girl put me in. I don't know, because it feels like, oh, I read 2 fun, haha, Unhinged books with Mason Neiman and Unhinged, and then I read 2 incredibly fucked up Unhinged books with a girl's girl and Gone to See the Riverman. But I don't know, I think maybe I'm gonna try another haha, funny Unhinged, just for my own fun, because I don't think I want any more splatterpunk right now at this time. I probably will still read Gone to See the Riverman when I've had like a significant amount of space between that book and this book, and I'm in the right headspace for it. Right now is not that time, unfortunately. I don't think I can handle it tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll change my mind, but as of right now, no thank you. So I'm gonna go finish this book, probably get on TikTok and see if I can find one more weirdly unhinged fun book for the rest of this vlog, and I'll update you tomorrow morning. Good night. It's been, let me straighten you out, a minute since you got an update, and we're back in front of the shelves finally, but you pretty much have gotten 0 B-roll throughout this because for the past few days my family's been visiting, so I've just kind of been focusing on them. So I've really just been popping in with the updates, just like I'm about to pop in with an update for Unhinged. Let's get into this. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And I'm actually surprised how much I enjoyed it because I've seen so many people review this, and I thought this was gonna be like really dumb and just like I'd be rolling my eyes the entire time, but I had so much fun with this. Is it unhinged? Yeah, because essentially she fucks her door, he turns, you know, sentient, he becomes a man, but it's all about him being a door, and she falls in love with this fucking door. And I thought it was cute because he was like obsessed with her. The entire time he's a door, all he does is think about her and how she loves her, and he fell in love with her when he was a door. It was really cute. I don't know if maybe I was just so down after A Girl's Girl, which I still really haven't recovered from, that like this one just really hit at the perfect time, but it was really good. I 10 out of 10. I had such a good time, and honestly I'd probably read something else from this author. I'd read another sentient object romance because this one was good. She did very well, and I think because I just had such low expectations, like low, I really was not expecting to enjoy this, that it really could only go up from there, and it really did. I have no other thoughts on this because it was shorter than I thought. It was literally like less than 70 pages. It was super quick read. I literally read it in one sitting last night on the couch, so I had a good time with it. If you are interested in a short, fun, kind of out there novella, this one might be fun for you. You might enjoy it. It was a good time. Is this like the best thing I've ever read? No, but like it was fun. And now with that done, I think I'm going to read, I think it's called Don't Call Me Crazy. I can't remember the author's name, but this is one that just popped up on my TikTok. And I think this one's more of a thriller / horror. I don't know if it's different. I don't know. But it's like 60 something pages, so another really, really short one. But so many people talk about like the end, and like it had such a good twist, and like their jaws were on the floor. So I'm like kind of curious. I'm pretty sure, I think there's this woman who's in jail, and I think she's murdered like a bunch of men. And there's a journalist, I think, going to interview her or something like that. I don't know. But we're gonna see how this one goes. I have high hopes for this one, which I think it might bite me in the ass because I might end up not enjoying this, but I think it'll be good. It has very good ratings on Goodreads, so I think this one could potentially be a hit. We'll see. Let's get into this one, and I think this is probably going to be the last one of the video because I've already read what? 1, 2, 4 books already. So the 5th novella will round out this chaotic fucking video. I feel like just based on the cover, I was expecting the writing to be like kind of bad, but the writing was pretty decent and it was entertaining. It was so good. Like there were so many twists throughout it, and it's so short, but it's so good. And there's definitely like a twist towards the end. There's twists throughout, but there's, you know, obviously, because it's like a thriller, there's a twist at the end. I thought this was really good. And yeah, it's basically what I said. This woman's in prison. She murdered all of these men, and she's being interviewed by this like renowned journalist for this true crime thing. And she's just kind of going through what she did, why she did it. And I thought it was very, very good. Entertaining. I definitely recommend. Like, the fact that this is so short, you'd think it'd be like, there's no way you can really get that much information in it or really make it that interesting. But, like, it was very good. Shockingly. I feel like this author did in, what, like 70 pages what a lot of authors try to do in, like, 300. And I think it was done very, very well. It was written very well. I had a good time with this. I feel like there's not, like, much I can say. One, because it's a thriller, so, like, I kind of have to stay vague, obviously. And two, because it's so short that, like, I really can't say much. I just have to keep it short and sweet. It was very good. It was very entertaining. I think this is one of those books where, like, if you're in a slump and you want something to keep you out of the slump that's, like, fast-paced and entertaining, this is it. And it's short. So, like, if you're falling behind on your reading goal, this is also a good option. I have another book by myself. I think it's called Work Husband. I don't think this one has as good of reviews, but I might give this one a shot too, because Don't Call Me Crazy was very good. Like, I feel like I'm shocked that I enjoyed it so much. Solid read. The two books of this video that I really didn't think I would like as much as I did ended up being kind of like the stars. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I highly recommend Don't Call Me Crazy by Octavia Grant. Who knows? Maybe check out the rest of her stuff. I might. We'll see. But I have some other things I've got to read in the interim. So that was it for today's vlog. All, how many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I read. Let's do a little rapid fire overview. First up was Neiman. Overall, I thought this was enjoyable. I feel like for both books, I feel like they both get like for both together, I think it's like a 3-star. Was it the best thing I've ever read? No. Was it the most well written? No, but it was fun. It didn't make any sense half the time, but you know, I had a good time. And that's really all that matters when you're reading. Did you have a good time? I thought these were fun. So I would probably recommend these to someone else. I think these were my first ever urban fiction, so I'll probably try and read more of that genre. But I liked this one. It definitely, it got me to laugh a lot. Some of the gorier scenes were disgusting, but still fun. But I thought this was a solid read. Next was A Girl's Girl. I still don't know how I feel about this. I still have not given it a rating. I probably never will, because I really don't know how to feel on it. Like, it kept me, I finished reading it. I don't want to necessarily say I enjoyed it, because like I said, it was fucked up. So I don't know. I could probably recommend this to someone, like if I know someone likes splatterpunk and they like really dark, violent stories, give this one a shot. But I just don't think this was for me personally. So, which is why I don't want to read it, because while I was trying to do something new, I can easily see that, like, I think this was not a story for me. And I just honestly could not tell you what I would rate it. Like, I can't say that I liked it. I can't say that I disliked it. So it's like, maybe I should give it a 3, but like, I don't know that that's also true either. So I'm still I don't know. The book was fucked though. That's all I can say about that. And then Unhinged. Honestly, this one might be my favorite of this book, of this video. I think Unhinged is my favorite, which, shocker, I thought this was going to be the corniest, cheesiest, just out of pocket thing I've ever read. And was it kind of corny? Yeah, but like, it was also sweet. Like, this door was so down bad for her, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. If you want a fun, cute little novella that's a little out there, Unhinged is there for you. I know so many people have read this. I don't think anyone has really enjoyed it. Everyone just kind of reads it for a laugh, and like, that's kind of what I did going into it. But like, I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was so good. It was so good. And then last up, Don't Call Me Crazy. Another solid read. I would say this is probably my second favorite of the video. It was, I think this one was less than 100 pages. Like, it was really short. However, it was done so well. Like, I feel like it was a very well executed thriller, and it did in less than 100 pages what a lot of thrillers fail to do in like 300-400 pages. So I thought it was very good. I know a lot of people were like, the ending was so shocking, like their jaw was on the floor. Personally, I don't think it was that shocking. I feel like if you've read thrillers before, it's not going to be like so out there that you're like, oh my God, I never saw that coming. You're going to be like, oh, okay. But I still think you're going to enjoy it, but I don't think it's going to be the most like, oh my God, I never would have guessed that was the twist. You could probably inference what what the twist is going to be. Easy enough. But it was still solid. I still really enjoyed it. Yeah, another one that I would definitely recommend. And so I think for my final rating, it would definitely be Unhinged in first place, Don't Call Me Crazy in second, Mason Neiman parts 1 and 2. Actually, we'll split up. Mason Neiman part 1 in third place, Mason Neiman part 2 in fourth place, and then A Girl's Girl would be in last place just because like my feelings on it are so out of place, but I feel like I did enjoy the others more than I enjoyed this one. And I would reread the others more than I would ever reread A Girl's Girl. But that is all my thoughts for today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me and reading these out-of-pocket ass books as much as I did. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!